In this video, we're going to talk about one of the biggest issues that I have when it comes to understanding what RAG and vector databases are, because I'll tell you right now, I've gone through so many different YouTube videos out there trying to understand what this whole concept is. So this video is dedicated to all the people out there that is myself, because I don't have any coding experience. I don't have any technical knowledge. I'm not an engineer. I don't know anything about coding. That is a foreign language to me, which is really fine because you have to understand having all this at our fingertips today and having the ability to use it every single day without much cost is awesome. And it just takes us as human beings to just understand how to use it to ourselves because let's face it, AI is here to stay. As much as I don't know what your stance is with this, but whether or not you're against it or you're with it, it's going to be where it is and it's going to keep on growing at a pace that we can't even fathom. So I truly believe I'm going to be a student at this for the rest of my life because let's face it, another fact that we all know about is that AI moves at such a fast pace that even though you learn something right now, something else new comes out and you're just like, okay, I gotta do this all over again, which is fine if you like to learn, which I highly recommend that you do, because if you don't, you just gonna get left behind. And we already know social media, the news, all that kind of stuff. AI is everywhere. So I really, really want to help people out there that actually understand that having the knowledge, having the experience to actually utilize this in their life will help them get better jobs, get better overall. Because employers out there today, they prefer or they want people that have experience with using AI automations. And I really want to help you get there as well. If this is the type of videos that you enjoy and you'd like to watch, then please, I highly recommend take a moment, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, because I'll be making sure I'll be spending more time creating more videos. And it just helped me out a lot to understand that there's other people out there that are in the same spot as me that really want to understand how to use this and actually possibly make more money and maybe use it in their personal life or their business life to actually just be better overall. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, so let's kick things off really quick by understanding what RAG is. Okay, RAG is this acronym. It's a bunch of gibberish to my mind, but it stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Okay, I'll tell you right now, I still don't know what the hell that is, but just understanding what it basically does is enough for me to utilize it in my daily life to actually use it and put it to work to help myself in my business and in my personal life. So let's put that aside for a second and explain to you what vector databases are. So the best way to look at this is to explain it in a way that I would do to my own child. Imagine that you are in a huge, huge toy store. Okay, this is probably not big, but it's big enough. All right, let's just say you're looking for your favorite toy. My favorite toy is Legos. But in this scenario, let's just say it's such a big toy store that you're like, there's no staff members walking around and you really, really need to find a specific Lego and you don't know where it is and you just don't want to waste time. So vector databases are here to help you find it really, really fast. And able to tell you, it's like, okay, your Lego specifically is going to be on aisle 6, shelf 10, the fourth one from the right, something like that. And you'll be like, cool, thank you. I'll walk right there and grab it, and you're done. That's basically what vector databases do in essence, all right? But let's just imagine instead of toys, it's basically like images, text, and videos all combined and turned into numbers. Another way to look at this is to imagine it's like a librarian when you go to the bookstore or library and you're trying to find a specific book, but you just have no idea what the title is, but all you can do is just explain what it is. So this librarian is like super, super smart. She understands what book you're talking about and just tells you where it is. And that's what vector databases do. What it does is actually looking for similar things, not specifically what it is that you're looking for, it's just similar things. So let me show you in a different format, okay? So this is what a vector database is. It turns everything into numbers and it gets put into databases like this, okay? It's not exact words, it's just meanings. So if you look right here, we have oregano, rosemary, thyme, just ingredients to cook. They're all clustered together in the same position. So if you're looking for like maybe salt, it'll probably be around here, but it'll pull all those together and give it to you and tell you it's like, these are things that are similar to it. And you'll understand it's like, that's what it's doing. Another example, something in a different vector, even though it's probably in the same data set. There's a laptop, there's a MacBook, and you have query for a desktop. Even though you're not specifically looking for a laptop or a MacBook, it understands that you're going to be looking for something in this area. So it gives you all that information back that is close to it. It just puts everything into little dots all over the vector space, and it pulls from it whenever you have something you're asking for it. And it just gives it to you everything that's similar to what it is that you're looking for. They're looking for exactly the meanings, not exact words. So let me give it to you in another format, okay? You have 4 different ways to look at this. So we have the vector. This is basically like just a list of numbers that describes a thing. Whatever it is, it's a vector, okay? And then you have a vector space, and then that kind of puts a dot map of all your ideas together. So that's the vector space, okay? It's a three-dimensional thing Again, I'm not technical. I'm just explaining to you in like the easiest way that I can understand it. Similarity search is basically finding dots that are close to each other. Like I showed you a second ago, if you're looking for a desktop specifically, it pulls in all the other vectors close to it that are similar to it. And in this instance, it's a laptop or a MacBook. Let me show you what this looks like. So if you haven't gone into n8n yet, I highly recommend getting yourself a subscription. Check the link below in the description, get yourself a copy. You can get 14 days for it for free. Best use cases today. Obviously, it's when you're searching. This is for like internal documents in your business or just any other business out there. They put this vector database as a search function. Okay, e-commerce stores has this as well. Chatbots for like customer service, HR, SaaS companies. These are things that they use, especially when it comes to vector databases. If you're watching Netflix or just listening to Spotify, all those recommendations that come up afterwards, that's a vector database. Yeah, that blew my mind when I finally grasped what that is. I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool. Image searches for real estate, fashion, you can name it. It's all there as well. Voice recognition. If you have an AI assistant, I'll show you how to put that together in a different video. If that's something you want to see, let me know. Comment down below. I'll put that together for you. It's really, really helpful. Okay. Actually, I put one together for an AI assistant that handles all my Gmails. If you want to see how that's built and put together, check out this video right up top, and you can follow it through and build one yourself. Banks and fintech, finance technology, they use it for fraud detection. Very, very helpful for them. Personal memory, like note takers, like Firefly, and all that kind of stuff. These are very helpful for it as well. So this is what a vector database does in a very daily use that we see every single day. All right, so let's get into n8n and set up a complete workflow from start to finish so you actually use this and see how this all functions so you can actually put this to your life or your business to make things work. So we're going to start off with a blank workflow, obviously. Okay, your first step is to put in a trigger. You always need to have a trigger to start every workflow. Without a trigger, nothing works, right? So just move that over. What we're going to do here is going to get a Google Drive node. Click on that, and we're here to download a file, okay? Now, let me just show you really quick. I actually downloaded or created 2 files. This one is from ChatGPT. I just asked it to make up a completely weird document. I didn't read it. It's called Neural Nest V2. No idea what it is. Perfectly fine. And here's a real one, which is massive, which is OpenAI's Infrastructure is Destiny, something document from September 2024. It's a lot of stuff, okay? We're just here to show you how to put this all together, and we can test it out to make sure that it actually pulls the relevant information and shows you that it's working. So let's just set that aside. I already have that in my Google Drive, as you see right here, OpenAI and Neural Nest. Let's come back in here. So what we're doing in the Google Drive node is we're going to choose from the list and pick the one that is what we're looking for, which is Neural Nest. A lot of shit here, which is right there, which is fine. You can execute step. Everything on the left side is input, everything in the middle is configuration, and everything in the right is your output. So as you can see right here, there's 4 different columns. This is a binary data set. Everything else, JSON, tables, schema, empty. So just keep that in the back of your mind. This is a binary data, all right? Let's save it. It's always good practice to save. From here, let's click on the plus sign, type in vector, and let's choose Pinecone Vector Store, and we're here to add documents to the vector store. What you need is your Pinecone API and credentials, okay? How you can do this is you can click on create new credential. Super simple. All it's asking from you is your API key. You can go over to pinecone.io, and you'll come up to here. Obviously, all you have to do is set up an account. It is free, by the way, so you have nothing to worry about. It is straightforward. It's like setting up your own, like a brand new Gmail account. You just got to put in your name, email, password, and you're all set up to go. So I'm not going to walk you through that. It's kind of out of the scope, and it's super straightforward. I'm pretty sure you'll figure this out on your own. But once you have that all done, you come to this page right here, which is Get Started. What you have to do, since I already have one right here, is go into the left corner, API keys. You can type create a new API key. You can give it a name and create key. Okay, I already have one right here, but that is simply all you have to do. When you have your key, copy it, come back in here, paste it into API key, make sure you name it, save it, and you are done. That is literally it. Okay, super, super simple. Now, let's get out of this really quick. You have to understand that we have to give it an embeddings model. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. Once you have that set up, you gotta come back to Get Started, go to your database, you have to create a new index. Okay, so give this a name. Let's just call this demo. Make sure you choose text embedding 3 small. Okay, everything else is useless. Just make sure you give it a name, choose embedding 3 small, and here in dimensions, choose instead of 512, choose 1536. Scroll down, serverless, everything else still stays the same, blah, 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 blah. Create index. Give it a second. From here, you should see a little green dot, which means it's active, which is good. And we're going to come over to namespaces. Right now it says nothing because this is a brand new vector database. But we were looking at namespaces and we want to get that little green dot. So let's come back to n8n. I'm going to come back and click on embeddings model. Click this one. Make sure it's the same one, 3 small. Let's put that aside. And lastly, we're going to click on documents, default document loader. And like I said a second ago, this was in binary. You can't see it's in my screen right now, but choose binary. Okay. Everything else still stays the same. Let's come back to the Pinecone vector store. From here, I'm going to choose the list. And what we just created was demo. Click on demo, add option, Pinecone namespace. Let's call this neural nest because that's what it is. Just label it whatever way is easiest for you to remember, and let's click on execute step. Boom, done. This is the gibberish that came out of it. What we're looking at is 3 items, okay? So what I showed you a second ago, click on this real quick. This is 2 pages long, but if we come back into the vector database, we have the batch size, which is 200, so that's 200 characters. I'm pretty sure this document that we're just looking at here is 600 or less. So that's why they broke it up into 3 different pieces, or 3 different items. We come into the Pinecone store, refresh, we should see a new namespace right there. 3 records. Super simple, right? You can scroll down, you can see all this gibberish as well. I'm not going to explain to you what that is because, again, I'm not a coder. I don't know what this is. I just make sure it works. Now, let's come back in here. What we got to do here is this is now inside the vector database. And how we're going to test this is we're going to make a new kind of like automation. So let's just save that really quick. Let's come back up. Let's make a new trigger. Let's choose chat, on chat. Where is it? On chat message. Yeah, it is. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Move that up. From here, we do AI agent. And you can name this database agent or whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it. Let's just make sure we click on this, type in something, hello, so that we push some sort of data through to the data agent. As you see, this lit up green because we are using a prompt, which is what is coming from the chat message. If it's something else, then you click on this drop down. We'll get into that in a different video if you want to understand what that is. But that is cool. Now we got to give it a brain. Scroll down and let's choose OpenAI. And in this example, just choose 4.0 mini. Okay, you can name it to whatever you want. I just like 4.0 mini. Put that aside. Tools. You have to give it a vector database, which is the same one that we had a second ago, which is that one. And we can give it a description. Call this tool to get data back from the database. Then choose list. We have the same demo. Scroll down, add option. Make sure you choose the same namespace, which is demo in this instance, right? Let's move that down. You have to give it an embeddings model, which is the same one. Embedding 3 small, move that aside, save it. Okay, once that's saved, let's go back. I just want to change something really quick, and that is, come back, call this tool to retrieve information about neural nest. Everything else is still the same, perfect. All right, so let's test this out really quick, okay? Let's see, what are the key features to neural nest? Press play. Oh, there's an issue. What did I mess up? Oh shit. Okay. I got it mixed up. So instead of demo, it's neural nest because if you remember, come back into the indexes, demo. We called our namespace neural nest. I mixed it up with demo, so let's try that one more time. Save it. Press play. There we go. Neural nest has, what is that? Neural nest has several features: Cortex Bridge Protocol, Synapse View, blah blah blah, adaptive. See if that's right. Yeah, there you go. It's Cortex Bridge Protocol, Synapse View, adaptive fit, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I got it right. So that showed you that what it did is actually just pull in information from the database that we have put in the file for, and it got all the information. So let's do this with a different one. Like I showed you a second ago, let's do it with the bigger one, which is OpenAI. This time, I'm going to download that from the list. OpenAI. Let's see. This is much bigger, so click on that. Execute step. Same thing, it's binary, okay? Make sure we put this into the right place. This time, let's give this a new one, which is called OpenAI. Okay, execute step. Okay, this time we have 24 items because, as you know, this was significantly larger. As you can see right here, there's a lot. There's images, there's lots of text, there's more images, there's tables, there's graphs, blah, blah, blah. So what it did, it split it all up and put it into the vector data space, as I explained to you in the beginning of the video. But this time, it's inside here now. Let's see if it loaded. There it is, OpenAI, 24 records, cool. Now let's test this one more time, go back to n8n, let's go into this new workflow. Oh, we have to make some adjustments, same thing, everything's the same in database agent. Same thing there. Call this information to retrieve information about OpenAI. Okay, scroll down, now we have to change the namespace because this is a different one now, because remember this is now OpenAI. Save it. Let's test this out really quick. Let's see, what are we going to ask it? Let's test it. How many new jobs were created in Arizona? How many new jobs were created in Arizona? Push it through, press play, check the vector database. Boom, 14,000 new construction jobs were created. Is that correct? So altogether, there's a total of 42,000, 43,000. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I just saw 14,000 a second ago. I was like, whoa, that's wrong. But altogether, the total is about 43,000. And like I said, that is correct. So it pulled out all that information properly, and that is how we are using a vector database. Awesome, and that is done. We are completely set up for a new vector database in n8n. You can make this more robust if you want. It's super simple. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you like this types of videos and found value in it, then please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, because I'll be making sure I'll send out more videos or spend the time putting more of these together for you so you fully understand how to use n8n and all the AI automations out there. Till then, I'll catch you in the next video.